Welcome, my friend. Let me ask you a question that might feel uncomfortable. Why can't you focus anymore? Why do simple tasks feel heavy? Why does your mind feel tired even when you haven't done much? You try to sit and work. You try to read a book. You want to finish something important. But your thoughts jump like a frog from one leaf to another. You check your phone. You scroll for a few seconds. Then it's 20 minutes later, and you ask yourself, what was I doing again? That feeling is not just happening to you. It's happening to almost everyone. But here's the truth most people won't say. It's not your fault, but it is your fight. Your brain is not broken, but it has been trained by the world around you. Every beep, every buzz, every notification, each one teaches your brain something dangerous. It teaches your brain that focus is not needed, that pleasure must come fast, that everything should be easy. It trains you to hate effort, to avoid silence, and to fear boredom. And when your brain learns that over and over again, you become a slave to distraction. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was trying to build something big, a dream. I wanted to write, to speak, to help others. But every time I sat down to do the work, my mind betrayed me. I would open my laptop with energy. I would write a few words. Then suddenly I would think, let me just check my messages real quick. One message turned into 5. Then I would open Instagram, then YouTube, then Google something I didn't even need. An hour would pass. My energy would fall. And I would say, maybe I'll try again tomorrow. But tomorrow was the same. I started to feel broken. I started to think, maybe I'm not disciplined. Maybe I'm not strong enough. But then I realized something. I wasn't the only one. My friends were struggling too. They couldn't sit still. They couldn't read more than a few pages. They couldn't go 5 minutes without checking their phones. And that's when it hit me. Something bigger was happening. Our brains were being rewired. Do you know how it happens? It doesn't happen in one day. It happens slowly. Every time you give in to the easy thing, your brain gets weaker. Every time you avoid something hard, your discipline gets smaller. And every time you choose comfort over challenge, your future gets further away. That's the trap. That's the slow poison. And the worst part is, most people don't even notice it. They just keep scrolling through life. Let's be honest. Our world today is full of noise. We are always connected, always watching, always consuming, but rarely creating, rarely thinking, rarely feeling the present moment. When you wake up, what's the first thing you do? Most people check their phone. Before their feet even touch the floor, their mind is already in 1,000 places. That habit may feel small, but it starts the day with distraction. And then the rest of the day becomes harder to control. You may think, it's just a phone, it's just social media. But the truth is, it's a machine built to steal your time, your energy, and your attention. Every app is designed to keep you there longer. Every scroll, every like, every video. It's not free. You are paying for it with your mind. And once you lose control of your mind, everything else becomes harder. Now you may ask, what can I do? How do I fix this? And I'll tell you the same thing I told myself years ago. You must rewire your brain. You must take back control, not with magic, not with motivation, but with real, simple, uncomfortable action. You must choose focus, again and again, even when you don't feel like it. One of the first things I did was turn off all notifications. Not just some, all of them. I told myself, Nothing is more important than my focus. At first, it felt strange. I felt like I was missing out. But slowly, something beautiful happened. I started hearing my own thoughts again. I started working deeper. I started enjoying silence. I started feeling alive. The next thing I did was this. I created focus hours. I told myself, for the next hour, I will do just one thing. No phone, no music, no tabs open. Just the task. It was hard in the beginning. My mind would wander. My hands would reach for the phone without thinking. But every time I brought myself back, my brain got stronger. The secret is not to be perfect. The secret is to practice. Discipline is not a gift. It's a muscle. And just like any muscle, it grows when you train it, when you push through discomfort. If you wait for the perfect moment, you will wait forever. But if you act now, even in small ways, you will start changing your brain. Let me tell you what surprised me most. When I started practicing focus, everything else improved. My sleep became better. My thoughts became clearer. My emotions became more stable. I started feeling proud again, not because I had achieved everything, but because I was becoming someone I respected. You see, focus is not just about productivity. It's about identity. It's about the kind of person you are becoming. Are you someone who chooses the hard but right thing? Or someone who escapes into the easy but empty thing? Are you someone who builds a future with each moment? Or someone who gives it away one click at a time? And maybe, right now, you are tired. Maybe you feel like giving up. Maybe you feel like your attention is gone forever. But let me tell you this. It's not too late. Your brain is powerful. It can change. It can grow. But only if you help it. Every time you resist distraction, even for 1 minute, you're rewiring it. You're teaching it to be still, to think, to focus, to build. And here's the most important part. When you learn to focus, you learn to live again. You start to feel joy in small things. You start to see beauty in silence. You start to find meaning in your work. Life becomes deeper, richer, and more honest. That is the gift of discipline. It gives you back your life. But you must protect it. Every day, the world will try to steal it again. Your phone will call you. Your apps will try to pull you in. Your mind will whisper, just 5 minutes. But you must fight, not with anger, but with love. Love for your future. Love for your purpose. Love for the life you truly want. Because the truth is, if you don't control your mind, someone else will. And that is a life of quiet pain, a life of regret, a life of missed chances. But you deserve more than that. You deserve a life of clarity, a life of meaning, a life of deep, honest focus. So, what will you do tomorrow morning? Will you open your phone? Or your eyes? Will you scroll? Or sit with your thoughts? Will you run from boredom? Or walk toward discipline? These choices may seem small, but over time, they build your destiny. Don't wait for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. There is only now. Take one step today. Turn off one app. Read one page. Sit for 5 minutes in silence. Focus on one task. And then tomorrow, do it again and again. That is how you build a new brain. That is how you build a new life. Let others chase noise. Let others run from boredom. You will walk a different path, a harder path, but a better one. And one day, when others ask you how you became so calm, so clear, so strong, you will smile and say, I learned to focus. You will not be perfect. You will still struggle. You will still have days when you fall. But each time you rise again, your discipline becomes deeper, and the world, it will feel less loud, less controlling, because you will have something rare, something powerful, something real. You will have freedom, and it all begins with one quiet choice, right now.